Hi. We have exactly 28. That's beautiful. Hi. Welcome back to Disco Elysium part 12. And this time I remember because I just uploaded the last part yesterday. Or I guess it came out today. Anyway, crazy. I've learned. I'm learning. I'm recording more. Wait, I need to take my hood off of my bathrobe. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. I should have done that before. I started getting warm as soon as I started recording. It's almost like I'm getting shy. If you can hear kids screaming or noises from the outside, well, that's from the outside. 'Cause goddamn everyone making noise all the time. Was there stuff we had to look at? I think we looked at it all. Oh no. Oh, we can't even. Incredible, Dane. These are in interact because you can interact with them. Dumbass. We're learning. Do we need to make a phone call? Well, we can try. It might be a waste of 10.
Already familiar. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
I guess I'll dial a random number.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you?
Lemmy.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy.
Yeah. But what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know who I am?
No.
What did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Well, my name is Harry Dubois. I now know my name. So we're making great progress. It's only day 2 and we already know our full name. Detective work. Going. Anyway.
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia.
Really?
No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Wow, well, that was amazing. I'm glad we did that. Spent $10 on that. 10 cents. Okay, chill out. Whatever it's called in real. But now we get them back. Boink. Engage a strike. Press button behind guard. Behind guard. Where are we anyway? Oh, we went down there. Yeah. No man matches, measurehead. People. That's a big fella. Probably the one that's gonna help us. I would assume. Firstly, what's down here then? More people? What's up?
Scott?
What exactly is a scap? Although I'm already told someone that I am a scap, and I assume I'm just a popo. Call me mañana. Sure.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Well, I guess I'm not a scab. Where'd they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Huh. You don't seem to like him.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
I don't know.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
It's better than begging, come on. I mean, have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Yeah.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
Yeah. Right. I see how it is.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I'm a bit short of money. Can you give me some? I don't... Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are there dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean? What does that entail?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Right. So, probably... Is that Kuno's dad? Anyway.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm not sure, like, what is where and what and why and where and what. Why are there people with guns down here? I don't know. Is this just the way down? Well, it's certainly a way down. Stupid ass question, but that's another big guy. Look at it. Yay, money. Fuel. Now they store booze. Is this a way out? It's a carriage. A foreign car kept in good condition. Well, let's go back, I guess. Well, no, I guess we're here. Oh boy, this seems harbory. Yeah. Any of y'all want to talk? I'll take this money. You guys want to work for it, but you're not going to pick up the money? Frite! Give me all the green. Most able-bodied men. Welcome to Revachol. Yes, thank you. Jump jams. Oh, look at that. So this is where we are. Really? I guess I only went down here, and then I've only gone left and down. All I had to do was... Why? Close for winter. Well, anyway, we'll come back to this guy, I guess. Big mofo. Gree.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I do that?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Well, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
I do understand the right to work. What kind of cause are we talking about here, eh?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Yeah, we all want that. I mean, yeah. I would like just salary for no work, but maybe my YouTube channel will take off one day, eh? I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Rude.
So do we, Scott.
What is a strike? What are you talking about? How stupid are we?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Well, you could say the same about me, with my weird glasses and my yellow beanie and my black RCM coat and my disco pants and my snakeskin shoes. Hello? Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
And then he starts screaming.
Silence is the answer.
No? Okay.
There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Man, you ask the real questions, but that's why you're here. I soften them up with my weirdness and then you hit them with the... Yeah.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Were they though? Weren't they specifically not given a job to do? Or I guess you guys are workers here, but you're trying to keep... You don't want to strike?
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Sure. Where you from?
What's it to you?
Routine? Curiosity? Thought you looked real familiar. Probably just curious.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
The Eminem domain. I love Eminem. Donald Trump. Should I... That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not. Greatest hit. Bouncer. Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out of several. Good lord. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. I don't really drink. Bouncer.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I might have been there. Sorry. Yeah, sure, why not?
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, what exactly is your goal here? Although I feel like I asked you that already.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you were unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I don't know. This is all kind of weird. Go away. No. Yay. Anything over here? Anything over here? Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Boink, 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 boink. Alright. Big motherfucker.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Thank you.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
What do you mean, my buddy betrayer? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and I have police business. I'll size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
It's impressive. You know, I look a little bit like that myself, you know.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Ouch.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
I see. I'm not really trying to appeal to these women anyway.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body does not betray my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul?
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al-Ghul? You mean alcohol? Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
Oh man. Could I have some mint or something?
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Got it.
I doubt it, my microcephalic race servant.
Say what now? I don't have a problem. I had a problem, but now I'm controlled by that insane Dane who is making sure that I do not have a problem. I think. I hope. I don't have a problem. Just drink a little bit on the weekend.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race. Yeah, it's a very cool race where they just go in a circle. The ham sandwiches sit.
Show him the ham still got it.
First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cup. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. Ham. Pig. I'm the police. I need you to comply. Now, the race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, nah, yeah.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Guess I should have known.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Kroikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
The situation is serious, sure. People have probably killed the man. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to cooperate with me. Well, let's get to the killing of a man.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Aren't you the one helping me? Wasn't there somebody by the gate who was a big dude who was gonna help me? Guess it wasn't you, huh?
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay. You're a lively fella. Very... Yes. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Isn't the union boss white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. Or my jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Just because it's funny, man.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
I don't like your view on the world. So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simonese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
But I kinda want to. So you're not really Simonese, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simonese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today.
Yeah, I think so.
You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
What do you think about this, Kim?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
Okay. Why you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonese. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Nah. What are your tattoos? What are they supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right. That's craniometric perfection.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
Anything else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
I'm wearing a beanie. How do you see my hair? You're bald. Don't... What?
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal. an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors, it stopped snowing, was sur la cliff, and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
Right. Do you know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Is this your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Alright. I guess I'll subscribe to your advanced race theory. I don't know. What? Sure.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing. Relinquish the opportunity to learn advanced race theory? It's for the thing.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
Yeah, the thing. My head thing.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
All of the above, but let's start with A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Really?
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
With a mount.
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Sounds kind of Dutch.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Ah. Got it, I guess. So who are Type A then?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities.
This is all like going in and out of my head. I don't think a lot of this is gonna stick. This world is crazy. It's too much for me to handle.
The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Who are the Seminese and the Arab?
As proven by the Mound and the Mask, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
The Seminese are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Areopagitapapa?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Marne-Reten Occidentals discovered this place.
What's the difference?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Yeah. Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
You said Khoikos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Potatoes are good, man.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. The revolution sounds like it was actually very good and necessary. That revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate marauders. Not all the people of Riverdale.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
Right. Well, the vile CF race cauldron of... Yeah. What? Hello?
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Maybe I have misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
I see.
The sage will not budge on this.
Anymore?
Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Yes.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and Grad servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika.
Is that so?
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
I guess we've been through all the types. Thank you.
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Okay.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
No, Everard told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior.
Hell yeah.
Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Yeah, you could.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Haplogroup. Well, we need it done, and I'm not sure how else to do it. Go on then, I guess.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Big man.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
Gotcha.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Just took the whole tree down, probably the whole branch. Just pulled the body down, I guess.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everard's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Yeah, get him, woof woof. Yes, I am unbelievably a corrupt cop. I'll work with who I want.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
And he's back. Easy peasy, huh? That is a big motherfucker.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had to. We did what we had to do to keep order. Man, I can't read.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Bye. Now, advanced race theory. I'm supposed to learn. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. I kind of want to come back and talk to him, you know. It seems interesting. I can't eternalize because I don't have space, but I have a point now to unlock. Again, do I see them anywhere? I feel like I found out that I do see them somewhere, but now I'm not sure. We have a skill point. We'll use it here. I guess you can always forget one of these. Or maybe you can't. You need a skill point to forget. Oh. First. Did I say forget? Forget? You need a skill point to forget? You need a skill point to forget? Did I say forget? Now I feel like I said forget and I'm going crazy. I'm gonna eternalize this. It'll take a while, and we'll come back to this man at some point and talk to him about it. It's what we're supposed to, yeah, get the body down. Somehow make it so that the bloated corpse isn't up there anymore. Go to the yard. Let's do it. We're done stuff. Oh, there's a box. Can I get past you? Buddy. Can I... Well, that's just cruel. Well, that's just perfect, isn't it? Go down. Money? No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. Go away. Go away. Kim. Boink. Yes. Thank you. Da da da. Da da. What's in there? Money? We'll take money. We like money. Are we really gonna okay, we'll talk to you and then we'll check the body, yeah?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio.
Oh.
A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Well, that's, you know, that's something. Happiness and all
It's
that.
the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? Snap your finger in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Hello?
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Fair enough. Maybe she's a killer. Could be. Where am I? What am I looking at? Perspective is tough. Box! Whoa! Turn this way, thank you. And that was a +1 to physical instrument. Instead of conceptualization. It's a bit dirty and gross. I kinda like the conceptualization. Gotta tell you. Gotta tell you. I kinda like to conceptualize. See art in the world. But instead, I could get physical instrument, was it? muscle. Yeah, well. Thing.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
It's odd. I love the graphics in this game though, and the art. It's all great.
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
That's me, I guess.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
I heard a creator story from Rennie. And I got my reality lowdown. Yeah, we're good. 72? Easy.
What did he do?
Come on.
You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did
Come
many centuries
on.
ago?
10, I need 11, 10. Can I do it again?
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Put skill points into encyclopedia to open this white check. I see. A bold slogan, Humanox. Rain full of snow. Can we go this way? Guess this looks pretty closed off. Do we have to go around? No, we can go up here, right? Yeah. Go, go, go! Run! Run! Hello, friend. We talked to you. Did we have to ring in something? We can do that later. Just checking about. How long has it been? An hour. Wow, it's like exactly an hour. Not exactly 2 minutes over, but it's kind of cool. We're supposed to talk to you, but maybe we'll check this body and stop the video, and then be back next time and talk to Kuno and call the thing in and then go somewhere. I don't know.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Well, it's down, celebrate in a more reserved manner. Or I could call it beautiful and wipe a tear from my eye, but that seems a bit odd.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Investigation of the scene. We've somewhat done that. There might be more to do, but yeah, we've done that. Initial examination of the victim. Yeah, we've done that. So now, a field autopsy. Just get all close to the body, I guess. And then transport the body to the morgue. But is that really our job?
The fuck are they on about?
The fuck are you on about? Apparently your last name is Finnish. And your Kuno S over here was saying some Finnish words, at least Finnish sounding. And I told Naxu, my Finnish friend, that there might be like a Finnish character in this game. And he looked up, I don't know what he looked up, and he said there was some character in this game called Kuno something something, which meant it was like a swear word or something in Finnish. His last name is like a swear word. I don't remember what it was. I might have told this already in a previous episode. I'm sorry if I have. I'm tweaked out of my mind.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Yeah, don't we have a doctor? Don't we have a Dexter, the blood expert to... Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Really? Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I guess I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it...
Looking at the corpse with some disgust.
It's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard and Joyce, but didn't quite get Joyce's interview done. For that, we have to ask her about the lynching, not just talk to her.
I think you told us to stop. Anyway. No need for distraction.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Yeah. It's only gonna get worse, so we might as well get it done. What exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have gloves.
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
That's fair. I'm wearing gloves, but... it's okay. Yeah.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
I'm so great. I'm so amazing. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin. Number 1, assistant.
That's you.
Okay. HDB. We can write our full name. Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Fair. Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before. No. No, we don't need to.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Next. Age.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
42.
He nods.
Mondial.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Male.
Fucky fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky. Right, pig's gonna have sex. Maybe I'll do neither. Although, it's so tempting. But I'm trying to warm up on the, I'm Kim all the way.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None, at least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Well,
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerback puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
I need to see someone smart play this game and have opinions. It's a fun game to watch people play, I guess.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Bucket.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
Why are we stroking his hair? Well, stroke his hair.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand, like thread off a rag doll's head. More hair sticks to your hand. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape. There, dead man. You were someone's child. It's all over now.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Yeah, don't know anything about that.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
You little child.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Hell yeah.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters. Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber gripped cutters. Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Stop it.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
Yes.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Of course.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Your pig.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
Concentrate on the belt, not on who is whose pig.
Yeah.
There is no pig. There are only the chain cutters and the belt.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Can't change my clothes now. Physical instrument, you don't say. I could have just put that shirt on, huh? Would it have made much of a difference? Probably put me at a 36 or something. Oh well.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
God, I don't know. Fuckity fuck.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to to your aid.
Cuts on.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
And steady hands. And better physical instrument. Yeah, let Kim work.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision.
Smart.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Thank you. Thank you.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant.
Stomach.
Pelvis intact. Genitalia.
Yeah.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Shit. I was trying to get a psychic read. Yes, processing science, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Just write down that we request an analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Guess I'll inspect too.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Well, I wish I didn't expect the genitals. Write it down. Add semen sample.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
This scarring is extensive, way more than laws officials.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum
Law
here.
officials.
Of battles, wars.
Write it down.
Last item. Hands.
Yeah. Pick up a hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Surprising.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo.
No.
What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy. Before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
The dead man's fingers slip from your hand, cold and sausage-like. Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's All for the external. Well done. What next?
Well, internal examination? Sure, how are we supposed to do that?
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Yes, N.A.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
No, but look deeper inside.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking.
I tried kombucha the other day. It tasted kind of like stomach acid.
Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA.
Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I doubt it.
Neither am I.
So that's it.
That's it.
NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
We already have one test as per regulation, and we already requested semen.
Pigs requested semen like it's no big deal.
I'm not even interested in these boring mulkus anymore. I haven't sucked him off for anything.
You guys got some problems. Yes, better leave it at that. More important. Can we change it to toxicology? Seems prudent. What? Sure.
Leave it NA then. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila. Maybe not.
What's next on the list?
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
But where?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Is my name Rooney? No, it's Harry. Enough.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Okay, description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
It's a team effort, right?
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a Kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung?
Okay, maybe I did do that one.
Or the incision on the thorax from a chin cutter? Neither was a team effort, and I wouldn't mention them. Muddies the water.
Fair enough. I agree, the waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks?
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Birds. Yeah, probably non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Yeah.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Sure.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark? Whoa. What's the 4th injury feel for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay, well, ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Fatal, huh?
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
So what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Legendary. Wow. This is a white check. Let the lieutenant take the body away without further examination.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
You got nothing more.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
You run your hands over the victim's
Of course,
cold
it's
body,
that was a good roll,
his
though.
limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
14. Can I even... Yeah, what would I need? Like an 11 or 12? Yeah, right.
The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Just got a gut feeling.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Can we just hang out here for a while? Fridge. We do know a fridge, don't we? Where the heck was that? Some bear fridge or something?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Yeah.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay. And just like that, next time, we'll go to the fridge, assuming I know where it is. In the bookstore? Out back? Went down? There was another business or something? Was it down there? Must have been. Yeah, we're really on it now. Yosh. Thank you for watching. And then, of course, we'll look at the fridge. We'll come back. We'll talk to Kuno. We'll bring the body. Maybe we'll bring the body first, because he said the quicker the better. Well, maybe we'll talk to Kuno quickly. Yeah, it's a plan. It's been a long time. Cool. And pretty much time for me to go to bed. I was hoping to have a little bit of time left to just chill, but well, it's fine. Take care. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week for some more Disco Elysium. Can't wait. Thank you. Take care.